Hello, Eagles Nation. It's Russ Sandlin from the lovely cold Doha, Qatar. Hope you can hear me okay. I've got a new microphone here. Anyway, I wanted to chime in on the whole Chris Sims controversy. I'll call it that now. So, as you all recall, 2 years ago when Jalen was elevated to be the starter for the 2022 campaign, Chris Sims ranked him, I think, number 40. And correct me if I'm wrong, that there's 32 teams. So he had 8 backups ahead of Jalen Hurts. So, I mean, yeah, can you blow it once? Sure. But then this whole campaign for the 2022 season leading into the 2023 march towards the Super Bowl, Chris Sims, again weighed in on Jalen Hurts not being an MVP candidate, saying that you could interchange him with Danny Dimes from the Giants, who's not a bad quarterback. I mean, I think he's doing better now and realizing more of his potential. But I don't think you put Danny Dimes into the Eagles, they're going to be nearly as awesome as they are now with Jalen. So what Chris Sims maintains is that the Eagles are a system and that Jalen Hurts is just one part. I think that with the mustache mania, when we had our backup come in, who's not a bad backup, it showed that the Eagles are good, but they're much better with Jalen Hurts. Is Jalen Hurts a top 2 quarterback? I don't know. But he's a top 4 for sure, because I mean we're one of the top 4 teams, and we couldn't have done it without him. Was he an MVP? I don't know. I mean, Mahomes is awfully good. I had to admit, Mahomes is awfully good. But if you look at the body of Jalen Hurts' work, if you look at his character as a man, if you look at who he is and the leader that he is, I'd be hard pressed to not say he's number 2 behind Mahomes. Sorry to all you lovers of Rodgers, who I think is over the hill. Burrows is awfully good. I agree. And so is that guy up in Buffalo. He's awfully good too. But if you look at what somebody does for their team, if you look at their contribution and their total production, I mean, Jalen Hurts, his running and his reads help to make Miles Sanders a better runner. All of the team runners, Boston Scott, Gainwell, who just came off a fantastic team game. And he also was hitting his passes. He's nailing his passes with A.J. Brown and with Smitty, the Slim Reaper. I kind of upset that we had a disappearance of Quez Watkins this year. I thought he might have a breakout year this year, but he didn't. I'd like to elevate our Olympic hurdler on to see what he can do, because we need to have that blast of speed. Pascal, I like him, but is he fast? No. I want to see that Jackson-esque guy who could just tear the top off. But getting back to the Eagles, our chances against a really tough 49ers team this weekend, I think if you put Purdy in to the Eagles system, he's not going to perform as well as Jalen Hurts. If you put Jalen Hurts on the 49ers, oh, look out. That would be killer. But I like our chances this weekend. One game at a time. That's why they play it. I'm a long-time Eagles fan since the late 70s. I guess I like Birds teams. Before I moved to the Philadelphia area, junior in high school, I liked the Seahawks because I lived in Fairbanks, Alaska. And my basketball team got to play against the Seahawks football team. I got to meet Zorn, a couple other guys, Largent. We played basketball against them, and boy, they were good. And I would get the games. It would take a week. There's a week delay in Fairbanks, Alaska, to get the games, and we only got things from Seattle. So for 3 years, I liked the Seahawks just because it's the only thing to watch. So then I moved to Delaware. I went to the University of Delaware, Fighting Blue Hens. So that was my second bird that I liked. The Blue Hens, they were pretty good under Tubby Raven. And then I finished up college in St. Joe's in Philadelphia at Hawk Hill, the Hawks. And along the way, as soon as I got to the Philadelphia area, I fell in love with the Eagles. I fell in love with Dick Vermeil's teams, Bill Bergey on the defense, Jaws, and I mean, who couldn't love Buddy Ryan? So, but I do remember Chris Sims back in the day. I remember his father. And Chris Sims, if you think about it, He was okay. I think he's University of Texas. He was okay there. He's an okay college quarterback. But then he got into the pros, played around, couple journeymen, and he didn't have a great arm. He didn't have a bad arm, but I wouldn't say his arm was better than Jalen Hurts. I'd say his reads were pretty bad. The only people that were successful in catching his passes were the defensive backs and the safeties. He really had a lot of problems with interceptions. He threw more interceptions than touchdowns during his entire career, I believe. So he didn't have good reads, and he didn't have good accuracy. So he's been hating on Jalen Hurts for a long time, a very long time. And it's getting to the point where it's almost like Rush Limbaugh. Almost like Rush Limbaugh when he used to pile in on Mcnab. I won't say because I try to get remonetized. I'm trying to rebuild my channel again. But it just seems to me like there's something that works here. He likes a prototypical quarterback. And Jalen Hurts isn't that prototypical quarterback. So there must be something going on. Or he's just doing clickbait. Maybe he really knows Jalen Hurts is good. But he just says a bunch of dumb things to try to get clickbait. Because, I mean, in Philadelphia, we hate him. I mean, if Chris Sims was in South Philly, he'd probably get his butt kicked. I don't think he can go to Philadelphia because he is such a provocateur. I mean, he's saying, punch me. I'm not promoting violence. I don't want any of my friends in South Philly to go punch him. But you know, I'd have a hard time not punching him if I saw him. I think he's just a guy who talks with only readily derived commentary, and it's unfortunate. His father was a class act. His father was a pretty good coach. I don't like the Giants. I don't like the Cowboys. I don't like the Redskins. Love the Eagles. But Phil Sims was a class act. He was a pretty good quarterback and showed class and distinction. Now, getting back to Jalen Hurts, is he the MVP? Well, he is to me, you know. So let's just fly, Eagles, fly. Let's try to get this win. I think it's in 2 days. I get messed up because of the time zones, and I just landed here in Qatar from the Philippines. So anyway, fly, Eagles, fly. And let me know in your comments. Please like and sub. I'm trying to rebuild my channel after it was taken down by YouTube. My mother passed away, as many of you know, back in May. And the months leading up to it and then the months after, I had a lot of family duties and mourning, and I really wasn't in the mood for creating. And YouTube and Google, beware everybody. They have a new policy that if you don't post in 6 months, they're going to take your account down, and they did. And I had like $500 on file that they just absorbed. I got them to restart my account, but I remain unmonetized. I won't be monetized again until I get 3,000 more hours again. So yeah, and I'm shadow banned. You probably were going to have a very hard time finding this video because you can't find me. So anyway, if you find this, please like and sub. I could really use the support. Trying to get this back because I will be running my business through this. I'm in the call center industry, so I'll need all the help I can get. So please like and sub and share, and fly, Eagles, fly.